Hello, it's Isaac Adebi here from Addis Academy, and in this video I'm going to be walking you through some of the mistakes you should avoid if you want to truly grow as an entrepreneur. Alright, so if you are just getting started or you are basically an entrepreneur already, these are the mistakes you should really avoid if you want to grow faster. Alright, so let's just go right into it. Number one, which is one of the most important ones you should really pay attention to, is wanting it free. Now, a lot of persons, when they are looking to get started, probably as a skill owner or let's say as a business person, most times we often start with the mindset of I want everything free. So you want to get into your like, let's say you're learning a skill, the first class you want to attend, you want it free. You probably are starting a business, you want people to work for you for free. Now, it's not entirely bad for you to always want it free, because most times you might not really have the resources. So let's say, for example, you want to get started learning, let's say, a skill like, let's say, sales and marketing or copywriting. Let's say copywriting, for example. Now you just want to learn it, and let's say you don't really have the resources to go for it. Now you can actually start with free, like just go online, or you can get free courses, or you can actually tell people to teach you for free, set things like that. But then this mindset is going to hinder you if you just keep on with the mindset. Now it's good to start with free, but it's very essential for you to actually pay, because those who pay attention. Now you can actually learn for free, you can get started for free, but if you continue with the mindset of I want everything for free, you will not really get the results you want, because there are certain things that you won't learn for free. Like, for example, if you are get started as a graphic designer and you're watching tutorial videos on YouTube, now you are going to be learning, definitely, but if you truly want to grow, you should avoid the mistake of just leveraging on that free platform alone. There are people that can actually teach you at particular prices, you get. So you need to actually invest in your skill. This is by actually paying the time, paying the resources to improve on your skill. So you should not always just sit down on the mindset of I want everything for free, because if you continually do that, you would always get shabby knowledge, always get filtered information, because nobody gives you so good value for free, no matter how good a person is. So if you truly want to grow, avoid the mindset of wanting everything for free. There are prices to pay for growth to occur. Alright, so this is one of the mistakes that you should make sure that you avoid if you truly want to grow as an entrepreneur. Now, the second one is fighting criticism. Now, criticism is a part of life. Criticism is essentially, that moment where you do something, and let's say you did that thing, to you felt it was actually very good, but then you probably posted it out, or you sent it to maybe your teachers or your mentors, and then they are telling you that, oh, this is not good. And most times they might use harsh tones for you, but the goal of that particular thing is to correct you. Now, criticism and correction are an essential part of growth. If you truly want to grow as an entrepreneur, you should be able to accept criticisms. When you are fighting criticisms, you are not going to learn the lessons. And the truth is, when you make a mistake and you are being corrected or you are being criticized, the best thing you should do at that moment is to actually accept that such criticism, accept it and work on it, so that such would not happen again. Growth is something that is not going to come easy. You're going to make many mistakes. For example, if you are just getting started on anything, let's say on graphic design, your first to 20 designs are going to be total rubbish. If you are getting started as a video creator, your first 10 videos would not make any sense at all, you get. So you should actually be able to accept criticism from people that are able to correct you, because the truth is, not everybody have your time. Those that actually correct you and tell you that this is not good, even if there isn't tones that are very hurtful, or they are harsh tones, you should accept these criticisms and work on them, because to me, I believe the biggest revenge is to succeed. So even if you feel like this thing is painful, well, what you should also do at that moment is, the truth is that if you actually did something good, nobody will tell you that it was nonsense. So if they actually correct you, that means there's an iota of bullshit you did, right? So you want to actually pay attention to this criticism and accept them, so you can actually learn from them, and that way you are able to actually grow. And then the third one is thinking you know it all. Now, this is a mistake that I see a lot of persons make, even people that are very close to me. Now, a lot of persons think that they know everything that they need to know to actually get started on something. And the truth is, if truly you know everything you need to know, then you should actually be getting results. If you are not getting results, probably this simply means that there is something you still don't know. Even if you feel you have all the knowledge in the world, that means there is still something that you are lacking. For example, if I and somebody else are co-graphic designers, and the other person is getting better results than I am, even if I know more than him, even if I think I know more than him, that simply means that there is something he is still doing that I'm not doing that is getting him better results. So I should actually just go and meet that person and tell him, hey, please, what are you doing? Or can you give me a list of what you're doing? And then I check it with mine and I'm able to learn. But then a lot of persons can't do this because of useless pride. Yeah, I'll call it like a very, very funny kind of pride. Again, so don't always think you know it all. You don't know anything. That's actually the truth, because if you truly know what you truly know is, then you should be able to get better results. So you should actually be able to set aside your pride and learn from those, because there's a big difference between knowing something and getting results from that thing. If you know something and you're not getting results, then and you see somebody else getting results, then you should know that you don't really know that thing. You should actually go and meet the person that knows that thing and tell that person to walk you through. All right. And then another thing I'll say on that is don't stop learning. Most times you feel you know a lot. Let's say you're getting results at a particular thing and people are sharing you up. Always know that there's room for improvement. When you stop learning, you start dying. If you feel you know a lot and then you just decide to stop learning like you used to, you notice that you are going to be at a particular place for too long and you think you are doing well, but when you go out you see people that are doing better than you. You get me? So if you see the big guys in your industry, in your niche, in your workplace, you see them still improving on themselves, so who are you to think you can actually stop? So don't stop learning. Don't think you know everything. You don't know everything, so keep on learning. Another mistake I see a lot of persons make is waiting for the right time. I read something somewhere where Emmanuel Akwe said, whenever you feel like this is the right time to do something, then it means that you've waited for too long, and probably that's even like you're actually late to do that thing. When you want to get started on something, you always would not feel like it is the right time to do anything. Like when I got started on my brand this year, I did not even feel like I didn't see it as the right time to work on it. You get, but I just got started anyways. You get, so don't always wait for the right time to do anything. Let's say you got an idea, or you just have this concept you want to work on, or this new idea that came into your mind, or you know you have to get started on something, and then you just feel like this is not like the time to do it. Like I'm not feeling the vibe to do this thing now. You won't always have the vibe to do it. Like no matter how much you wait, you still would not feel like it is the right time to do it. There's no right time anyway. You just have to get started. So don't always wait for the right time to get started on anything. If you want to get started on something, do it, and just do it anyways. Because the truth is, as you get started on it, that's when you're even going to even know more about what you're doing. That's when you're even going to even feel the vibe. You don't wait for the vibe to come. You actually start, and then the vibe comes on the way. So don't make the mistake of waiting for the right time. Just get started at any time at all. And second to the last mistake that I see a lot of persons make is not implementing. Now, you can learn everything you want to learn in life. If you don't work on them, if you don't put them to use, you won't get any result. Knowledge, they say, is light, but like ignorance is darkness. If you take the torchlight into a dark room, you have knowledge with you, but if you refuse to switch on that light, you are still going to stumble. That's the same thing that applies to having knowledge and not implementing. If you have the knowledge about the particular subject matter and you don't put it to use, you don't implement it, you won't get any result from it. So don't avoid the mistake of learning without putting anything to use, because the thing about knowledge is, if you learn too much, if you have so much knowledge inside of you and then you don't even put it to use, you are going to be weighing yourself down, because you just know a lot, you just know everything, but then you're not getting any results. You will even feel bad for yourself. You get, so always implement, always work on whatever knowledge you have. It's not just about gathering them, it's about putting them to use. And then lastly, learn sales and marketing. Now, I should say something. There is a big difference between learning a skill and actually learning the business of the skill. I'll put it this way: there's a big difference between having a skill and learning the business of the skill. Now, if you have a skill, and then you don't understand the business of the skill, you're going to be frustrated, because having a skill doesn't guarantee that you make money from the skill. For you to actually make money from anything, you need to be able to sell that thing, and that is where understand the business of the skills come in play. So it's not just for you to just learn a skill. If you really want to scale, if you really want to grow as an entrepreneur, you should avoid the mistake of thinking that just by learning a skill you are good to go. You need to actually learn sales and marketing. You need to learn how to get people to buy what you're selling, whether it's a skill, whether it's a service, whether it's a product at all, anything at all you're doing as an entrepreneur. You should really learn sales and marketing, how to market what you're doing, how to sell, how to close deals. So these are very, very important things you should learn as regards growing as an entrepreneur. So these are the mistakes that I know that a lot of persons make, and if you really if any of these mistakes you know you're actually making them, just write them down and work on them, because if you keep on making these mistakes, it's going to really hamper your growth as an entrepreneur. All right, so thank you very much for sticking around and watching this video. See you next Friday.